Howdy everyone, and welcome to my first Grand Arena 5v5 video for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. We are currently in the final week of 5v5 for this season. Yippee! With datacrons. Aren't we all so excited about datacrons? No, we're not. My first opponent for this week is GG8. I have fought this guy in the past, and I cannot remember when, because whenever I looked up on Google his name, it was already purple, so I have fought him many months ago. Back whenever I was actually in the higher rankings of Kyber 2, but since then I plummeted and I've had to start reclimbing and blah blah blah, get more galactic legends, do this, do that, and then run of the mill stuff. So anyways, his teams weren't overall the strongest or most impressive to worry about, but I still made a mistake pretty early on, and that led me to having to play catch up on banners. But anyways, let's get rocking and rolling. Alrighty, here we go. Let's get this loaded up and rolling. Battle 1. I didn't check any of their speeds, which was a mistake. Didn't check Qui-Gon, didn't check Anakin. I checked Anakin. I knew he was slow from the get-go. Qui-Gon is gonna go first because he outspeeds my Echo. Thanks to him and Cam's bonuses from their leadership and uniques, respectively. But the fight's pretty straightforward once everyone's stunned. Anakin is not stunned for a moment, right as I kill people, which worries me, but I won. So it's a nice, easy 75 banners to start off the round. Moving on to... Let's go. Come on. Pick up the pace, dum-dum. Moving on to my one loss against Grievous. Which, is embarrassing, but not really. I thought I could do this team because I did it in Territory War. I'm like, oh, why not? No, it's not going to work because, Mara Jade's Omni doesn't apply everywhere. It only applies in Territory War. So what did my dumb self think? Oh, I can do this. I did it in Territory War. Let's go. Nope. Just we'll let it play out. Gideon's gonna die before he even gets a turn, thanks to all the boost from BB8. The only saving grace from this entire mess up is that BB8 will die. That's about it. The rest of this, I'm not proud of. I do end up going for the solo on this to try to make it for the banners, but I should have done the solo in the first place. But that'll be not this next fight, but the one afterwards. So, in a couple fights. No worries, here we go. Rebels versus Mara and the Empire. Well, Palpatine and the Empire. It's straightforward. Go for Mara. I probably should have gone for Vader for the stun, but, I really didn't want Mara going. Vader ended up going regardless, but, ain't that big of a deal. I don't know why I keep saying, I don't mean to keep saying that. And I do end up taking Palpatine out first, just because he's squishy like that. After Vader dies, I make a rather dubious... Not before he dies. Did I say after or before? Whichever way. I shouldn't have done the AoE with Chewie. Because Dooku, took off some more banners. But, it happens. And I gotta keep saying, I gotta stop saying that. Banner makeup time on... Nope. This... I'm jumping the gun. It's because I'm doing this in post, and I know what I ended up using because retrospect. But I can't say that I knew what I was planning ahead of time. I know eventually I'll be using the Imperial Troopers against that team, but we're gonna scope out the rest of the zone, North Zone, because I couldn't remember what I had decided to use. Mostly because I wasn't sure if he had Galactic Legends in the back. I mean, he didn't change his defenses from last round, so I really shouldn't have been surprised. Well, I can tell you didn't leave any, but this is the battle I should have done from the get-go on that team. Just should have done Kylo solo. Would have been easy, and I wouldn't have to worry about potentially losing later on. You know, more banners the entire round. But I end up winning this against his opponents. I'll post a screenshot of it after all the other fights because he didn't start attacking until today. Speaking of, I wonder if he is cleared everything or not. Probably not. This just gets down to B1 and Kylo. It's a weird fight because Grievous got killed in the AoE. Nope, he still hasn't done anything. Interesting. Awesome. Okay, here comes the Inquisitor fight. It starts off rocky. I almost lose Dark Trooper. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's because of Ami's Zam and her. I think she had like 320 something speed or something like that. I thought I could outspeed him with my Piet, but that obviously did not happen because, well, it didn't. So, on top of worrying about losing in general, I was watching my Dark Trooper lose his stacks of the squadron boost or whatever. Whatever. And for those wondering, the thump was my phone hitting my desk. I was looking at the game, trying to record voiceover, watch the video. I mean, I know how the battle ends. We got that fear off from the AoE from Piet, and then they all die. Voila, 65 banners. Could have done better. Well, not banner-wise, I just could have done better with the opening sequence. His back is a mismatch of Iden, Mandalorians, and Rolos Rebels. My original thought here was, hey, I could use gas against this. But then I had to think about what to use against the Mandalorians. I mean, I didn't have to worry about Bam because Bam's up north in his own team for whatever reason. So I just go with the 501st. Come on, there you go, buddy. It's pretty straightforward. You bounce around the taunts. Click play. Thank you, idiot. Okay. Yeah, bounce around taunts, kill people, and win. Candor is a worry, as always, and so is Django, but, What? Oh my god, I gotta stop saying Oh, lordy. Sorry, this is my first, actual video I'm, recording with proper mic and, recording software and all that, and I have got to stop saying, I'm trying my best. I am absolutely doing my best to stop saying that, but it just keeps slipping. I don't have a script. I don't have anything like that. I'm just doing my best here. Anyways, it gets down to Maul versus the whole 501st, and what happens? He dies. Come on. Bye-bye. Thanks for showing up, Maul. Now, if they'd been a little better, I probably would have gotten maybe more than 60 banners, but no, that didn't happen. Alright, here we go. Looking at the north side. I couldn't make up my mind on what teams I was going to use where at this point, because I was just indecisive. And then, there's also the fact that this guy put a light side based datacron on that first order. It didn't make any sense, and it confused the. It really confused me. I just didn't understand. But I finally make up my mind and go with hiding troopers. It only takes the better part of a minute to decide what I'm going to use where, but you know. It The only issue I have with this team, well, there's two big, not really big issues, just two nuisances. There's the worry about Kyle nuking someone, and then there is Biggs, who gets 100% turn meter every time he survives an Empire hit or a critical hit. It's a nice old kit style. It's not 20 pages long. You don't need a master's in English. But I win regardless because guess what? It's Aiden, and unfortunately for him, my Aiden troopers are pretty good. I invested a lot of resources in them whenever she was released. One of the very few characters I've actually gone hard on. Alright, we're going back down south, and if I remember correctly, this is this is the GG8 team I will be using against Aiden. Again, like I said with the Empire and the Palpatine and Mara team, I've done this in Territory Wars, and it was more of a worry in Territory Wars because the Aiden team I was facing was partially relict or mostly relict. But with this only being Grand Arena and all of them being gear 12 and lower, it could also be, a big worry because this is where she excels because of those omnis, the lovely, lovely, lovely omnis. Don't know why we need them. They're not all bad, but I only wish that they could be universally used. Death Trooper down. Eventually, I'm gonna hit Snow. He dies, and now I'll be trying to chip away at Short Trooper because if I kill Aiden, she'll just revive. But I don't hit Aiden until the end. Alrighty, buddy, let's go. Oh, lordy. Been a long day. Took my dog to the groomer. Been there and back to pick her up. And now I'm re-recording this voiceover for the second time because I'm a scrub. Thank you, Debbie, for being such a wonderful man whenever you call me a scrub all the time. I appreciate it, bud. Now, I shouldn't have done the skittering horror, if that's what that ability is called. I should have just done the basic to get the healing immunity on Storm. But whatever. It works out in the end. Aiden gets a couple more turns, but it doesn't matter. They all die. And then I move on, eventually. Probably. And boom. AoE to kick them both in the face. Not literally kick, but I finally made up my mind on what I was going to do with the use against the First Order. I'm going to go with Jedi. I'm not going to do Jedi Master Luke because I'm going to use that for a trio, I believe, right after this fight. Because I was trying to crunch banners to make up for my losses earlier on. Now, whenever I was recording my earlier voiceover, I questioned myself if I should have gone for Sith Trooper first or Hux first. If anyone has a better suggestion, please let me know in the comments because going after both seems to be really important with ensuring you don't get not crit, counterattacked the, hell and back, but it worked out in the end. I won, but I'm just not sure. Oh, I didn't realize now. Wow, that's a Relic 7 Sith Trooper. Impressive. Not that it made a world of a difference. But yeah, leave in the comments if you think going after Hux or the Sith Trooper first would have been the preferred method of winning with less banners lost. And I do apologize if you see the screen get dragged down. Like, check the time and all that. It was because I was trying to go and do something. But, yeah. Now for the trio. Not Sith trio, the Jedi trio. Jedi Master Luke and Jedi Knight Luke and Hermit Yoda. Pretty easy fight. They don't have a lot of damage. Bam gets off one whistling bird, but it's only 6 stacks instead of 20. And that's also because, they all die. There goes whistling birds. I probably should have done the heal on Hermit Yoda instead of the leadership ability from Jedi Master Luke, so I can recover protection. But I don't know if the protection would have gone through the healing immunity. I can't remember the exact details on how that one works because I can't keep track of it all. And in my original thought there was, hey, I could do Sith Eternal and Watt. Nah, we're going to do Sith Trio and Talon. And for all my love of Sith, people might look at that Talon and be like, why isn't she already 7 stars? Well, the past several months I had to work on Galactic Legends. For the longest time, I was up at the top end of, not top end of, the top end of Kyber. I don't even remember where it was. Something about Galactic Legends and missing some because scrub. I don't know. Anyways, back to the battle. Oh no, I was saying I was at the top end of Kyber 2, very bottom of Kyber 1, and I got knocked down pretty much all the way to the bottom of Kyber 2 due to not having more than 3 Galactic Legends, and then now I have 5. But this battle, is bygone thought. And then we get to look at fleets. Oh, first, sorry about that. I don't know. What is this? Why am I being tagged? I'll have to reply to him in a second. Fleets is, as you can see, Executor, the Chimera, and Rebels. I'm just going to go with the Executor Mirror. I'm not too worried. But, Executor Mirrors can also go pear-shaped. However, the reason why I say I'm not worried is because this guy's Executor, his Piet, is a Relic 8. Mine is a Relic 9. So I will be going first. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. Wasn't even paying attention to combat. I had to I had to reply to someone on Discord. Okay, stereotypical Executor combat, kill off, bam, and voila, you win. Heal him up, make sure he doesn't die, worry about them healing. Oh, it's very fun and engaging combat. However, if you're using Malevolence against Executor still because you don't have the Finalizer, guess what? CG finally fixed that. So you can finally maybe win with your Malevolence against the Executor again. Finalizers basically become the go-to off Executor counter for most people because if you have SLKR, then you'll have the Finalizer done. And all you have to do is just put a couple more relic levels on First Order Officer, I think Hux, or maybe you just have to do remodding. I haven't done a lot of research on that because I'm not ready yet. I don't have the Echelon 7-star. So, anyways. Oops, hit the mic. Not trying to do that. And an AoE to the face. Goodbye, Bosk. Oh, now on the Rebels. I'm just gonna do Sith Eternal and Y. I could have done the Sith Eternal solo, but I'm like, no. We'll take the easy route and then just kill him this way. It's not that hard. You just need to do your linking and then press auto, which I will struggle to do once, and then I'll finally figure it out, and then boom, voila. We get the gate rolling. Okay. Maybe if I stop putting my arm underneath the boom arm, it'll stop hitting it. I know, crazy concept. I know this wasn't a very long Grand Arena overall. I believe at the beginning of the video I said his teams weren't the strongest or biggest worry I had. It was just more a matter of after I screwed up against the GG8 team, how many more times I was going to mess up or how many more banners I was going to lose. But that ended up being a moot point. My fleets are going to be the Malevolence first up against the Chimera, and then Finalizer versus the Rebels. It's not imaginative, but it's the easiest route to go. And with basically every other Grand Arena now, it's going to come down to fleets and who was the most, what's the word I'm looking for? Not optimized. Concise, maybe? No, that doesn't sound right. Can't think of the word right now. It'll come back to me and I'll be like, oh, that's what I meant. Basically, Grand Arena coming down to fleets or who has the most datacrons. And I had 2 of them on defense, and he managed to handle them pretty well. He beat them both in one battle, which kind of shocked me. But then again, whenever you have all your Galactic Legends for offense, you can basically wipe the floor on ground battles, and then the only thing you have to worry about is fleet if you don't have the right counter setup. Or if you have, everything offensively set down and then you're screwing the pooch. I do need to see if I can get that Interceptor to 7 stars before the conquest ends for Malgus. Probably not. Now, this was the biggest worry right here. I only get down to 1 actual ship being the Spy. But luckily, the Interceptor and her stupidity killed off of Ultra Droid, which gave Grievous a TM, and we get to call in the Soldier. Let's kill her off. Well, not kill her off. Hit her and then have the Ultra Droid kill her off. And then there's just more game over after that. Thank you for showing up, Palpatine. Thank you for almost killing my spy. But your work here is done. Battle. And like I said, Finalizer versus Rebels. It's not the hardest fleet to kill. Rebels will probably be getting... Well, there's, the rumors. Not really rumors. It's been more or less confirmed by CG that we're getting Profundity with Admiral Radis at its helm. I don't know when, though, because we need more Rebel ships. I don't like saying that, but we do need more Rebel ships to fill out both the Home One fleet and the Profundity. We can't have, one have basically only a couple ships in one reinforcement and have the other one still have, a lot of reinforcements. How many Rebel ships do we even have right now? I don't genuinely know. Well, we get Raven's Claw tomorrow with the Galactic Chase. Because this is game recording on July 7th. The voiceover, at least. Gameplay was from July 6th. So, I don't know. Actually, I'll do the math while I do the final bit at the end. So, once the gameplay is up, I plan on recording past that and then just talking for a second. So that way I have a final yeet bit or whatever. Hope that's the end of that gameplay. Yippee. I mean, my final score wasn't bad, 1808. He ends up posting a decent score, like I said, with no dropped battles. And, well, he had a drop battle. Whenever I get the screenshot put in, this is the final score for him. It was 1529. He dropped a battle on my negotiator. Okay, what was I going to look at? Rebels. That's what I was looking at. Rebel ships. We have currently 10 Rebel ships. Well, we'll have 10 tomorrow with the Raven's Claw. But all of his stuff specifically says non-scoundrel rebels. Math real quick. Okay, going to Profundity, Han, Outrider, and those 2 U-Wings. That'd be 4 ships. They would need 1 more. And then if we keep Wedged, Phantom, the Ghost, the Rebel Y-Wing, and Raven's Claw, that makes 5. So we would need at least 1 more Rebel ship to fill out that fleet. Okay. I don't want to think about that. A lot of people in my Discord are like, that means Red 5's coming. We've said Red 5's coming for how many years now every time we get bored, and it still hasn't happened. So we can keep hoping, but I seriously doubt it will happen anytime soon. Unless they put it in Conquest after Malgus's ends sometime near the end of this month. Because we have Malgus coming as well. And that starts Monday. So, let's look at the calendar real quick. Oh, so the 25th. It won't be until August before the next Conquest begins. Anyways, okay, that's just my little end of the video rant on a completely different tangent. I got distracted talking about stuff. But, anyways, thank you for watching the video if you made it all the way to the end. Like I said, this is my first video, like actual proper video with a mic and recording software, so I'm doing my best. But if you have any suggestions, please let me know down in the comments below, and I will catch you all next time.